is enough, and it's time for a change!
It is Sunday, and you're listening to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
Give me a hell yeah! Get some love!
Ooh, yeah! With Kinny Killa.
Hey yo! We're in the big D-Tonight, baby! And we are live! Woo!
I'm the Goddamn Sugar Sugar.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be! Cause that's the bottom line! The Stone Cold Sunshine!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. It is Sunday and it is episode 55. I am the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, the one man with no Instagram, Kinny Killa, and you know I'm always kicking it with the goddamn Sugar Shugs.
Yo, yo, yo.
Now today people, we have the head of fan relations, Mr. James Powers.
Hello.
Hello. And we also have the master of the top rope elbow, Mr. Steve Dawson.
Good morning, my neighbours.
Now, shortly we will be joined by Nick Meltzer McGee to bring us all up to date with the news on the Smart Talk Report, and we will also face off on Beat the Clock Challenge. I've heard Nick all week running his mouth, telling people that he's gonna get me, so we're gonna soon find out. Steve, how you been, man?
Yeah, it's all good. Got still on a bit of a high from the wrestling. I was at Wembley yesterday as well to see Arsenal win. So yeah, we're in a cup final. Wrestling's good, so it's all good.
It's all good. James, how you been?
Apart from my problems with my power company, I'm good.
Yeah, James was meant to be on the WrestleMania show, but because of his shit power company in Barnsley, they fucked him over on more than one occasion. So yeah, it's a shame you couldn't make it. I know you've listened to it, and I know you said it was a good show.
It was a damn good show, and I'm sorry I missed it. And like I said, I told the power company I want my fucking money back.
Show Daddy. It's
Yo.
been a crazy week in wrestling, man.
Yeah, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. It's always a crazy week in wrestling, you know? Sometimes you might get a quiet week, but there's always some shit going down.
Especially after, the week after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think that's why we love it, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's what people who don't love it can't understand.
Exactly.
And fuck them.
Fuck them. Alright, so following the show, we will have the interview by Gabe Tuft, a.k.a. formerly known as Tyler Rex. Let's just go to Twitter. All you Twitter people out there, make sure you can follow us on @SundaySegue. Segue spelled S-E-G-U-E. You can also email us. That's sundaysegue@gmail.com. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you rate us on YouTube and iTunes. Don't forget, reach us at Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, and don't forget to download that Double Twist player. Also, the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast app. Go to apps.appmakr.com and make sure you search Sunday Segue. So, without further ado, let me just introduce Nick Meltzer McGee.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, just about.
Just about.
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
I'm having technical issues on my end. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's all good, man. We've all been there. We was there last weekend for WrestleMania having some mad technical issues, so it's all good. How you been?
I've been doing fine. Trying to fly off this springtime cold.
Well, the sun is shining where I am at right now. You ready for Beat the Clock?
Oh, yes, I'm ready, you false podcast idol.
Oh, don't even start. Don't even start. I've had it all week from you. Jeez. Oh, God. All right, so let's just...
You're spitting your false lies. I've been watching you.
Okay, I instantly feel like I should be looking at all corners, my blind spots, everything. Just to make sure you're not lurking in the shadows.
Yeah, don't do an interview with Renee Young, because you know you're fucked there.
You know that. Oh, all right. Let's just go quickly into the Ultimate Warrior tribute. Let's just have a few words. Shugs, woke up a day after Raw, and to hear that Ultimate Warrior passed away. Got the news by Sam Davey. Man, it's just a shock.
Yeah, I woke up, somebody texted me 7 a.m. So one of my friends who's not even a wrestling fan just texted me just to say, like, you know, what about that, you know, I can't believe the news. And I was just like, shit, man. But it wasn't a surprise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the news came as a shock, but it wasn't a surprise after seeing him when the other day on TV.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look like in good health, really.
No, I mean, Steve, for us, he's a big deal for us growing up. You know, he was the whole reason I got into wrestling. So, it's just such an impact on so many people.
Yeah, I mean, first WWF event I ever saw was WrestleMania 7, and that had the awesome Randy Savage Ultimate Warrior match, and I'm still having a hard time getting my head around all 4 people involved in that match. Obviously, Savage and Warrior and Sensational Sherry and Elizabeth are no longer here. It was only like what, just over 20 years ago.
Scary.
Mm.
James, man, I mean, how did you feel when you heard the news?
I woke up to a Skype message from Brendan at 5:30 saying that there was sketchy reports that the Warrior had died. We were just still sketchy at that time over there.
Yeah.
But it just knocks you for 6. But I did comment on at the time Monday. I said he didn't look well while watching Raw. You could tell in his voice.
Yeah, it just looked like a shell of him for myself. I mean, Nick, what is the reaction like over in the States?
The reaction was pretty shocking. I think everybody was taken back by it. They're very shook up by it. Especially when you saw him over WrestleMania weekend, you saw him at the Hall of Fame, you saw him utter his awesome short promo on Raw, it kind of shook you up a bit. And there's been some controversy over how he died here in the States. I don't know if you keep up with CNN, the headline news, and the comments that were made by Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
With he on the show, which infuriated everybody. And there's an online petition to remove Nancy Grace from television due to her ignorance. She had the nerve to say, well, Owen Hart died because of steroids and drugs. So I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
What is this bitch been smoking?
Exactly. It's like shut up. And I know DDP did some tall apologizing because he thought that the interview would be about the person, the Warrior, and was completely lambasted by Nancy Grace and her tactics. But overall, people took it pretty hard over here in the States. But I think the greatest thing is people remembering the Warrior for what he was inside the ring. And I've been having conversations with people on my radio side here locally about some of your most memorable matches of the Ultimate Warrior. And the one match that really stood out for me was the career-ending match against Randy Savage at WrestleMania 7.
All right, well, we're going to talk a bit more about him when we get into the segment on Raw, but let's just get into Raw. Going to have to speed through this quite a bit because you've got a lot to fit in the show with not a lot of time. So let's just go into Raw. We start with Daniel Bryan and the Authority. Shugs, we start Raw with an amazing video package for Bryan. Now, I know you've seen his WrestleMania story.
Yeah, let me just have a market moment on this. So, the actual Daniel Bryan WrestleMania story is just like this promo just magnified into like a 55-minute show. It's basically the same thing. Like they show like right from the beginning. They show a bit before he was in NXT, obviously a bit, obviously they must have a deal with Ring of Honor back from the CM Punk thing because they show like lots of Ring of Honor stuff, and it's just like a really really good. It's like basically like those DVDs they put out, but because they got the network, they just go straight on the network now, and it's just like a really good show. I feel to like watch it again. I only watched it the other day, and I feel like watching it again. It was so good.
Oh man,
because they played this promo at WrestleMania, didn't they, at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
One of the best things is like you see when The Rock was on his way to the ring, Daniel Bryan's waiting in the curtain to go to his match, and The Rock just comes up, hugs him, like taps him on the chest, and like points at him. And then you hear the, if you smell, and The Rock walks out the camera, and Daniel Bryan just has to carry on his interview, like, It's so sick.
Yeah. I definitely got to catch that, man, because, obviously we were there when we seen him take it down, and it's just such an inspirational story to be seeing where he started, the fact that he got fired, and then...
that was fucking brilliant.
See, Shugs, alright, by the way, guys, Shugs did not see the footage of when Daniel Bryan was choking out Justin Roberts. He only saw it the other day.
Are you serious?
It was, yeah, he was choking that motherfucker out. like John Cena was saying, you know, oh, I think they could have done it a different way. I think they could have dealt with him, but like that guy was getting fucking choked.
Oh gosh. Nick, Triple H and Steph, you know, they come out after Bryan, you know, he celebrates and stuff with the titles, looking good. Triple H looks pissed as hell, cuts a good promo.
He was in total beast mode.
Yeah.
Beast heel mode. I mean, Triple H is fabulous. But was it just me, or were you like scared the entire 3 hours, wondering, oh my God, would they hot shot the belt on Triple H and just give Daniel Bryan another 24-hour title reign? I was pissing in my pants for the whole 3 hours. Wondering, God, they better not do it. It will be an instant riot if that ever happens.
I thought they were going to bury him. As soon as he came out there with his head looking like that, I thought, fuck. How long can you see the struggle with the Authority going on for?
Given the way everything's going, I see this thing going all the way to SummerSlam. I really can.
That's interesting. It would make for a really good feud if they did do it that long, you know, a SummerSlam to SummerSlam kind of year feud thing. That would work really well. Alright, well, let's go into segment 2, which was the Wyatts versus Cena, Sheamus, and Big E. Now, you do know this is the Raw after WrestleMania. We got all the smart marks out there going fucking crazy. Steve, Wyatts come out, and the fans are singing, they're swaying, they're fucking losing their shit, like, all over the place. Like, they were so over for the whole match. But it seemed like, you know, the fact that Cena won at WrestleMania, it didn't hurt him. Why do you think that was?
Probably because the whole Bray Wyatt, the whole Wyatt family gimmick is so unique and so brilliant. I don't think Wyatt actually needed to win. I read so many people on Twitter last week saying, "Oh my God, if Wyatt loses to Cena, his career's over." And he didn't need the win. Wyatt did not need to beat Cena because he's already made the powers that be are behind him. And if Triple H and Vince like you, then you'll be fine. You don't really need to beat Cena at WrestleMania to be a made man.
Yeah. Well, all through the, you know, Cena and Sheamus and Big E come out. Well, Sheamus and Big E were already there. Cena come out, and then all throughout the match, you know, we were getting like a turns. We were getting the faces were being booed and so on and so on. So at this time, Sugs, play my music. Sheamus, this is directed at you, right? You fucking dickhead. How are you, gonna play up so bad to the crowd, thinking, oh yeah, I'm smart, I'm just gonna stand on the top of the ropes, fella, and I'm gonna fucking beat my chest and say, yeah, what? No one gives a shit, bruv. Don't you realize they're booing you because they don't like you? Not just because it's the, you know, it's the day after WrestleMania. They don't like your monkey ass. That's why. So get your fucking ass down from the turnbuckle, stop playing to the camera, turn round, and just fuck right off, mate. You need to change your character, and you need to run back there and have something for creative. Because if you don't, you're going to continue to get these kind of fucking reactions. Talk about X-Pac heat, it's soon going to be called Sheamus heat. That's what's going to happen. So you just need to cool yourself, cool your sledge, calm yourself, and just move along. Alright? Move along. Right, James. The crowd in this match, obviously, going nuts, chanting, Bray's gonna kill you, when he was doing his spider shit. How much do they make this match look good, the fans, for this, you know, on Raw?
The fans out that match along 100%. Bray Wyatt is so over, and going forward, he pinned the IC champion, so does that give him an IC title run down the line? Would that make the IC title relevant again? Because at the minute it's not.
Yeah. But do you think, like, it's almost like Jake the Snake, do you think the Wyatt actually needs that mid-card belt?
No, I don't actually think he does need the belt. It's like, I personally think at Extreme Rules he'll probably go over Cena.
Yeah, no, it's definitely time.
But the issue they've got at the minute in the main event, there's so many main event players and not only one title, it's hard. It's hard for them. They either need brand separation or separate them titles again, because you would think to a point that if they are going to have one title, why is there not one belt? It's been 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, you know, the fact that why haven't they upped the IC title in the ranks? You know, why haven't they done that? That's just you know, that's just the most important thing to do, really. And also on a side note, the crowd was singing Cena's song.
John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks.
This was one of my favorite crowds, man. Oh god. Let's go on to the next segment, and this, right, is the Bro Dallas video promo. So Sugs, right, this is all yours, fam.
I just thought this was like just the fucking best promo ever of all time. But, you know, because it's just fucking typical Bo Dallas. So he's finally got the character, and even like the promo was annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was annoying in a fucking good way. That you're just thinking, yeah, and I can't wait. And then you've got JBL saying, you know, he's a BOlieve already. So we know he's coming up, and we know that he's going to be a heel, and we know he's coming up with the same gimmick.
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the video, I was thinking, "What is this?" I didn't think it was Bo Dallas until I heard like a little bit of the voice a bit more, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's country. That's country. That voice, that's country. I know it's Bo Dallas." Like, oh. But Steve, can you see this gimmick getting over though on the main roster?
Definitely. I mean, I would have him beat Ambrose for the US title, give him a title, and have him do the whole same thing he was doing in NXT with the NXT title.
Yeah, I've got to give him props. I know I say he's wet and all that, yeah, but the character it's a sick character.
He's one of the best heels they've got at the moment.
It is a sick character, and it's doing what he's meant to do. He's meant to get under people's skin. He's meant to make you fucking vex. You come on the screen, and you're meant to instantly hate him, and he's doing his job, and I cannot lambast him for that. I have to fucking give him props for that, because if I'm vexed with him, it's because he's doing his job properly. So, you know, fucking reptile, man. Oh, God. Alright, let's go on to the next one anyway. Fandango and Summer Rae versus Santino and Emma. Nick, obviously it was a filler match, but word on the street, you know, is that Fandango has just lost his girl.
Yes, Fandango basically broke up with Summer Rae via Twitter. I saw this tweet live, and he just freaking dumped her like she was nothing, and she just went off about it in the reply. And he picked up Layla from off the streets. I'm surprised Layla is still freaking employed, to be quite honest with you. Jesus Christ. But hey, there's nothing wrong by going with a black British chick. There's nothing wrong with that. My goodness, Fandango is the luckiest man in the world. He must have got something that I don't.
Hey, listen, some people seem to forget that she's British. Shit, I think she forgets that she's British.
Nah. Layla's book.
She does.
Yeah.
It seems like her accent goes in and out.
Yeah. Shucks no.
That's what Fandango's moving up. He's had them little hoes, and now he's moving up to MILFs. You know, that's what happens.
Prime rib. That's what he's moving up to.
You like that dark meat?
But Nick, was this a good move by the WWE to capitalize on Summer's bitchy persona?
Yeah, because you could tell by giving her persona on Total Divas and some of her on-air promos on Raw. I think this is a very good move because Summer Rae does have a character that makes you instantly hate her as well. And she's actually getting better and better inside the ring, too. So I think this is a great opportunity to capitalize on her persona and on her character as well. I think this is a good move just to get her away from Fandango and let her shine on her own by herself.
Well, similar kind of testaments, James, to Santino. This guy is killing Emma. Obviously, we've got a smart crowd.
Yeah.
They're out there, James, and it's like, you know, they obviously know the dance, so they're doing the dance. The camera's picking it up. Santino's there being a dick. He needs to get away from her, doesn't he? Like ASAP.
He certainly needs to get away from it, and it's like, obviously we're all wrestling marks. To me, this is exactly what Santino was with Maria Calinelli 7 years ago. It's the exact same flaming promo, slapstick. WWE needs to come out with something new or send Santino to NXT. There you go.
Oh, good. Right. Next after that, comes the Lesnar Heyman promo. Promo. So now this is where Steve. This is where we think it's been a week from Mania. The dust is settled. Now I want to get your thoughts now on the streak ending. Okay, was it the right time, the right guy. You know,
I'm still in two minds. I still can't decide. Part of me likes it, and part of me thinks no. I mean, I suppose it's believable because Lesnar is a genuine badass. He's like a proper MMA fighter, and we all know Taker's getting on a bit. He's what? Is he 50 now? Something like that.
Yeah, he's a little over 50, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
and so from that regard, it's believable that a genuine fighter could beat this old guy, I think they could really do something with Brock, but the stumbling block there is he's only around for what, about 2 or 3 pay-per-views a year.
4. Yeah. Top 4, that's it. That's where I would disagree with you, Mr. Steve, because I look at it like this along the line, that they needed a storyline for The Undertaker. Now, you might think it's because I'm a CM Punk fan, but if Undertaker lost to CM Punk, he could have come back and said, at the end of the day, I've lost to the best in the world. Lesnar's just going to piss off tomorrow. But then you've got many people speculating along the line, and like our very good friend Brendan, who writes the banter, has turned around and said, you have to look at it like this. If that was going to be his last match, he goes, ring announcer was slow at it. Referee, why wasn't it Robinson or Kyoto? Why would it be a young referee for such a big match? He goes, and secondly, The Undertaker genuinely looked pissed at the referee when Brock Lesnar walked away.
I mean, I tell you what, yeah, when you look at it like this, there's no way in hell this decision would go down without Taker say so. I'm telling you that there is no way that would not go down, and Vince McMahon has enough respect. I mean, that's his fucking dude. Like, he's got enough respect to make sure that that guy is going to go out properly. And Taker's old school. If he's going to go out, and he may have turned up and be like, you know what, fuck it, I've had enough. He's going to go out on his back. He is going to go out on his back, and maybe the time just caught up, and it's just so happened that he's facing Brock Lesnar. And at the same time, we're hearing reports that in the past he had said that he would go, you know, he respects Brock Lesnar because he's a shoot fighter. He's a real badass. Like, I'm with you, Steve. I am a bit like coming and going with it still, because obviously it's like the streak, so you ultimately think, oh, like, a new guy should take this down, and maybe, but then it's not as credible if a new guy does kind of take it, because it's like, it's Taker, you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing that everyone needs to look at. I feel better losing to a legit fighter, Brock Lesnar, than for him to end the streak by the hands of someone like a John Cena.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something you really got to look at. I'm like you, Kenny. Word from the street is that Taker and Vince were basically the only 2 people that knew this was the ending of the freaking match. So, if Vince came up with the idea and Undertaker said, yeah, let's go with it, then who are we to criticize the ending of the match? I mean...
And then also, there's the fact of, they haven't done Brock Lesnar any favors.
No, they haven't.
You know, they've made him look so stupid. He lost on his first match. It's like, they're paying him all this money, and what's he getting out of it? What's the point? You know, you pay him all this money, he's meant to be getting somewhere.
Here's the thing. He beat Triple H twice. He broke his arm. He kicked the crap out of Cena. He destroyed CM Punk. He kicked the crap out of the Big Show, and he beat up the Negro-less Mark Henry.
Yeah.
You know, it just, I think what kind of turned people off, just the way this entire feud got built up, leaning towards Mania. And I agree with you. It made Lesnar look kind of stupid. It made him look kind of weak. It made him look very average.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people are sort of taken back and are really criticizing, you know, this streak just ending all of a sudden. It's like, we really did not see this coming.
Yeah, it's just such a shock. I mean, when we look at it now, Brock Lesnar is obviously gone for a while. So what should be next for Lesnar? Because he's going to be gone for a bit.
Maybe have him come back and challenge Bryan for the title. That's something I'd like to see.
Yeah, but that's the whole issue that people like CM Punk, people like Del Rio, all of them who are refusing to renew the contracts have got with the WWE, because big mark players come in, get the belts, and then piss off. That's basically what it amounts to.
Well, Del Rio...
Go on, fella.
I'm sorry, but Del Rio been told WWE once his contract comes up, he was retiring anyway, because you got to look at his age, too. Del Rio's an old man, theoretically, and he was going to go out anyway, and my plans for Lesnar, I was thinking about this last last night as I was watching TV. I was like, you know what would be kind of cool? Have Lesnar come back at Money in the Bank and have Brock Lesnar win the Money in the Bank briefcase. And let me tell you why. Imagine that monster walking around with that briefcase for an entire year.
I like that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Like, I like that a lot. All right, so let's go on to the next segment, people. It's segment 6, which is the Adam Rose video promo. James, thoughts on the promo and the gimmick? You know, kind of get over it.
I think the gimmick's working a lot better than his previous gimmick. It's just promos like that. You would, I think it'd work better if you just like walked out onto the stage, you know. Play his promo and then let him walk out onto the stage and people can see he's there, because all it took actually you got on night, well, that flaming Bulgarian dude, who's not actually Bulgarian apparently.
Well, Lana's not Russian. She's American.
Exactly.
We'll get to that later.
You see, me to that, they could have had people like him, people like Bo Dallas, put him in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
I mean, you know what? I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one, though, because I think now it's the perfect time, because it's the perfect Raw. You got the smart marks there that have been watching NXT. They know who these people are. They're instantly over, you know? When Bo Dallas video promo came up, the crowd were going nuts. Like, and then Adam Rose, and it's just like, oh, God. I think that is kind of a perfect time almost for them, because, I mean, they would have been in the Battle Royal and they would have been lost. You wouldn't have been able to see enough from them. Hence what happened with Bo Dallas when he was in the Rumble. He was in the Rumble and it was kind of a false thing. Same with Rusev. No one really cared. But now the way they did it with Rusev, you know, coming every now and again, and now with the Bo Dallas promo, they just need to. It reminds me of Kurt Angle. This Bo Dallas promo reminds me of Kurt Angle when he came in, and he just kept playing these kind of promos, you know, the real Olympian, so on and so on, and he comes on and the crowd just hate him. But Nick, it's exciting times now, though. It's exciting times in WWE when you think, like, it seems like they're really starting to replace the old guard and bringing in these new guys.
It goes back to Triple H getting more and more influence backstage. I think Vince McMahon is slowly delegating his power to Triple H's successor. And Triple H is calling up some of his best guys from NXT because, to be quite honest, they need to do some house clean down there in NXT so they can make way for some of these new guys that they've been calling up for the tryouts and everything and signing them to contracts. But this is a great time to be a fan of WWE. You're seeing the Bo Dallas, you see the Adam Rose, you see Paige finally get called up after 2 freaking years of being down there in developmental for some
To be fair,
reason.
that were only injury-wise, though, wasn't it, with Paige? They would have had her up before Emma, but she got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She would have been up before Emma.
That's true.
I want Adrian Neville, personally.
Well, this is the thing. I think what's going to happen is they're going to just throw a whole shed load of people on and get rid of loads. I mean, what they're saying now is they're probably not going to renew people's contracts anymore. So whoever's contracts coming up, they're gone, and they're just going to be straight replaced. So they're talking,
And one more thing, King, I need to throw in, and some people may disagree on this. I think calling up Adam Rose right now is a huge mistake, and I'm going to tell you why. We're just getting used to his character down there in NXT. I think it's a huge mistake to call his character up. I think it's going to fail if they give him a huge push right off the bat. I really do. I think they should have just kept his character down there just a little bit longer, maybe another 4 to 6 months. Let his character really build him on the NXT base. Then you could probably call him up maybe close to SummerSlam. I think this is a big mistake calling Adam Rose up right now.
I think the reason why they kind of did it is because if you look at, Liam Kruger, he has been there for... Leo Kruger was an FCW heavyweight champion.
I know, yeah.
Right, let's just go FCW heavyweight champion, okay? Not NXT, he was an FC... That goes back before NXT, you know?
Right,
it's the same as, like, Mason Ryan, like, when he was... But it's like... You got to think they've been waiting for I know I shouldn't have mentioned his name, but they've been waiting for ages to get this guy up, and they were going to push him, they were going to pull him up, and then it was like they fast tracked the Leo Kruger gimmick. They thought, nah, this is rubbish, it's not going to go anywhere, so they had to redo this so they could just get him up, because they wanted to get him up. I mean, he's been in developmental for like nearly 4 years, like. Yeah, but I don't know. It's each to their own, innit? It's each to their own. We're just gonna have to wait and see how they do it, because hopefully they don't, push him out to sail and then he's fucking just like sinking.
You know what? I think he could be in their Fandango. I believe he's gonna flame out in a few months. I really do.
Oh, I hope not. But the sky's the limit. It looks like fucking Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze is gonna come up soon. So
yeah,
just gonna have to wait and see. I'm all for it, man. Let's go into the next segment though, which was the Usos versus Batista and Orton. We had a backstage segment with Batista, with the old, Evolution, talking about, them being together and stuff, and that, they can't be beaten if they're together. So they decide to put Batista and Orton together. Shugs, your thoughts on the burial, right, of not only the tag team champs, but the title belts too, man.
Well, yeah, it was just, I don't think it was good to have them say what they said, obviously, like, we don't want that, because after they said that, they were, like, sort of on the same page, and they looked like they were, working together, which is, like, good, which is the good part of it, but then there's no need for them to actually just talk shit about the titles and just go over the Usos, like, so quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Steve, couldn't WWE have, couldn't they have done the same impact if they put, Cody Dust in there instead of the tag champs?
I was about to say exactly the same thing. I would have rather had Cody and Goldust in there. They're not the champions anymore. They wouldn't have been hurt really. I don't think.
No, they wouldn't have. It wouldn't have mattered. But anyway, that's them. We're gonna see Batista and Orton return again later on in the in the show. The next match we saw was the return of one Rob Van Dam versus Sad Sandow, as I like to call him now. Nick, RVD's return, good time to have him back?
Yeah, 1998 called, and Rob Van Dam is still doing the same crap. It was great seeing RVD out there, but was it me or did he look kind of winded? He must have been hitting that blunt before he came out there.
It's like doing a toke pass in the back.
Exactly. Puff, puff, pass, RVD. Puff, puff, pass.
That's what he failed to do. He failed to pass it, man. That's what happened.
It was great. It was great seeing him out there. It was like I was watching one of his random matches from 1998 on ECW Hardcore TV. And my biggest concern is Sad Sandow. My God, ever since he dropped Money in the Bank, his career just dumped. Jesus.
I saw a stat online. I'm not sure if it's true, but if it is, then poor old Sandow. Apparently, in 2014, his record is 1-1, lost 46.
Are you serious?
Apparently, if that's true, what I read on the internet, then
we're only in April as well, man.
Well, I've just got, when did Eve Slater get replaced by Sandow as the resident jobber?
Well, like Shug said last week, he's Idol Stevens. That's what he is now. He's just Idol Stevens.
Aaron, the Idol Stevens.
Oh, God. Next, we got Bad News Barrett versus, Rey Mysterio. All I'm going to say is, boom! That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Listen, Steve, Mysterio comes out, dead silence. This dude, my
he
God.
came out to booze. They were booing him.
He did.
This guy, they have fucked this guy over by just bringing him out 30th in the Royal Rumble. But, he's lost his uniqueness now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's lost his uniqueness, he's lost his knees, he's lost everything. I just feel sorry for him. He's had such a great career, and now he's so injury prone. You can't really sort of get into anything he does, because he just every move he does, you think, what's that doing to his knees?
Well, guys, if you want to hear, a lot about Rey Mysterio and how he got brought up into the game and all that stuff, make sure you check out Chris Jericho's latest talk show podcast with Rey Mysterio, because a lot of in-depth, a lot of stuff I didn't know, I didn't realize about him. So make sure you check that out. Shugs. On the other hand, though, Barrett's music hits. God save the Queen. The crowd fucking go so crazy. Oh my God. I couldn't believe what the fuck I was seeing. They were losing. They were fucking shitting all over the place. I was like, what the fuck's going on, man? Barrett is wicked, man.
Yeah, but it was like, it's like, how was this angle, or how has this come to this place, like, you know, because from the beginning it was shit, and they've sort of like persevered with it, and people are just fucking loving it now. I know there were a lot of Brits in the crowd, so that helped him, but you know, he's just got over somehow with this fucking bad news Barrett gimmick, you know.
He turned up on Hall of Fame, right? And he was so sick, and everyone was just laughing. Like, they just came in and just ran roughshod on all of the fucking superstars, saying, "You better drink it in now, because this is the closest you'll ever get to the Hall of Fame." Like, and it was just amazing. I mean, it might have started from there, but I mean, he was getting love, loads of love, and the whole crowd was just loving it, man. Nice finish as well. Bull hammer from the top rope. Oh god, bye bye Rey Mysterio. All right, next we get Alexander Rusev versus Zack Ryder. James, I know I'm going to get a skeet from Sugs in a minute, but Lana comes out to introduce Rusev. Lana impresses me, and I think she's going to be good for Rusev. Do you agree?
She will be good for Rusev, but a little side note, I do work with a Russian lad. He says she needs to improve her Russian because it's crap. I'm just one of these, and I'm sure that some will disagree with me, some will agree with me. I don't get why WWE buries Ryder. He's like one of the, I think, 4th most followed superstar they've got on Twitter. His merchandise isn't top 5 selling, but yet they bury him all the time. I don't get why. I really don't.
He's soon out. As soon as his contract is coming up, done. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Like.
Well, this is what I said this to Brendan other day, that they'll get rid of Ryder. He goes, you know, when they're making millions in merchandise off him, they ain't going to sack him. He goes, they're making more in merchandise off a Ryder than they are off the Shield, so they're not going to sack him.
Oh, good. Right, I'm gonna have to speed this up a bit, guys. Next segment was the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, this segment, Nick, it just seems so eerie when you think about it and how he addressed the fans and stuff. You know, maybe he knew it was his last appearance.
Maybe he just knew that his time was running out. It was just an eerie segment. I played a little bit of that segment on my radio show last Thursday, and I have to admit, I've been watching Ultimate Warrior since I was a kid. I almost cried when I heard that segment a second time. I really did. And my fondest memory, I know I mentioned the career-ending match earlier, but I remember locally here, like an hour and a half away from Chicago, I remember seeing the Ultimate Warrior live as he took on The Undertaker in a non-televised match. It was a body bag match. Where The Undertaker actually put the Ultimate Warrior in a body bag. And the Warrior just ripped out of it and just went ape all over The Undertaker. That's one of my fondest memories.
Man. Well, I'm just going to take this time just to say rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. You've been an inspiration to so many of us young kids when we were younger, you know, watching the WWF. And, you know, all the thoughts go out to your wife and your kids, man. Jeez.
Amen.
Bloody hell. Let's just go on to segment 12. It's just entitled Paige. That's it. It's just it is just entitled Paige. This chick. Oh my god, don't even get me started. Fucking Sugs. AJ comes out, shits on the Divas division, then Paige music hits, everyone has a segue. Everyone has a segue. Everyone. Like, I spit out my Cheerios. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I heard the tune, I instantly marked out. Like, what was your reaction, man?
Yeah, I just thought, you know, when the music hit, I marked it when the music hit, and when you just seen her just coming down. I didn't think like the in-ring stuff was good. I still don't like the way she came across. Like, she should have been, you know, all up in AJ's face, like, you know, rather than being, I'm not ready, and then winning anyway. You know, it's like they were saying, it's the Gail Kim thing again. Like, you know, you win the title on your first night, and then where'd you go from there? How many women wrestlers of the WWE had who were better than Gail Kim?
True.
Not many, but
not many.
You know, she won the title on the first night, and where'd you go from there? The only way is down. The only way is down.
I was so vexed. I almost used this for you to play my music because I was that pissed off the way they fucking. What do you mean? I'm not ready? I was like, who the fuck is writing this shit? Who was writing the stuff on NXT when she's talking about she's an anti-diva? I'm going to fucking run roughshod. I'm fucking up everyone. And then they make her come on TV and be like, oh, I'm congratulating you, I'm not ready. No, Sugs is
Michael
right.
Hayes then.
Sugs is right. Should have run up in her fucking clout and just been like, what? I'm coming to take your shit. I got the NXT Women's Championship. I ain't no diva. I'm taking both belts home. Done. And I'm fucking pissed off at the way AJ botched the page turner. What's wrong with you? And you're there a couple minutes before saying that you are the Divas division. You can't fucking take a page turner. Get out of here, man. Fuck you know.
You know, that's what happens when you give CM Punk too much head. That's what happens.
Oh, good. All right. Then next we get Hogan, Cesaro, Heyman. I mean, Steve Cesaro comes out with Uncle Zebekiah. The fans are humming. Love it. And then Seb swipes the mic, you know, says Cesaro is a Seb Coulter guy. I still, at this moment, did not realize fucking this was gonna happen. Cesaro grabs the mic, says he is a Paul Heyman guy. Crowd goes ape shit again. Fuck, hey. This is obviously the right move, Steve.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I didn't see that coming either. When he said I'm a Paul Heyman guy, my jaw just hit the floor again. I'd heard rumours the last few weeks that I'll be unveiling a new Paul Heyman guy soon, but I'd never thought it'd be Cesaro. But my only concern is Cesaro is still meant to be a heel, and he's got a heel managing. He's got new heel managing now, but he's still getting face reactions. I'm just wondering how long that's going to last before Cesaro does the face turn.
What I'm hearing, he is actually a face, and I'm hearing that Paul Heyman is going to be going along as a babyface kind of manager and taking that babyface heat from Cesaro as Brock Lesnar's gone.
Well, here's the concern. You watched SmackDown last Friday. Cesaro was in total heel mode against the Big Show. So there is some concern whether or not is he going to be an edgy type babyface where like he has that edge, or will he be a flat-out sneaky heel? There's some confusion there. I believe they have a decision between now and Monday night to decide either this guy could be a face or a freaking heel. They have to decide before his career is dead on arrival. Seriously.
Yeah, because I was question marking when they said Paul Heyman. I was like, yeah, but isn't he meant to be turning babyface? Isn't it meant to be a babyface move, what he's doing right now? Yeah, maybe they thought, you know, it's the Raw after Mania, let's just shoot with this now. Fucking, James, you gotta love it. The King of Swing. James, you've got to love that title, man.
Yeah, but I don't know, every time I hear it, I just seem to think Flaming Dancing with the Stars, I really do.
Yeah, same here. Michael Bublé.
Honky Tonk Man.
Michael Bublé, the King of Swing.
Oh, don't mention the boobs, man.
My only concern for Cesaro is that I hope he don't end up exactly like Axel did. Because they fetched Axel in as an Heyman guy to cover for Brock Lesnar leaving last time.
No, that never happened.
James, the only difference between Curtis Axel and Cesaro has something that Curtis Axel doesn't have. That's called freaking charisma and personality.
And you've seen the Cesaro section, haven't you? There you go. I don't see nothing like that for Axel. Because he's not perfect.
So when Axel comes out, you hear crickets. That's all you hear.
Get me. Tumbleweed. We don't even get that shit over here. Alright. Let's go into the final segment, which was Bryan versus Triple H. Bryan comes out. And then, you know, Batista and Orton come down. Fuck up Bryan. Just fuck him up. Then Triple H Kane come out, and I instantly fucking was scared. I thought this shit is going down. Thought there was going to be some more douchebaggery, as I like to credit that for Jason. Then the Shield joined the fray. Reigns spears Triple H. Hell breaks loose. How good was this storytelling?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Obviously, I was quite looking forward, though, if I'm honest, to a Daniel Bryan Triple H match. Mm-hmm. You know, I wasn't too put off by that. But then, obviously, you know, this is developing the storyline. The Shield, like, stepping up. They're just full faces now. You know, there's no like database. They're not tweeners. They're faces, and the way they're coming across, stand up with the authority. And I think it's good for like. It's going to be them in Daniel Bryan's corner, just, you know, standing up against the evolution, basically. Fucking revolution, whether they're going to actually dig up fucking Ric Flair, get the mothballs off Ric Flair and fucking wheel him, mate. I don't know.
The mothballs. Oh, funny, you know.
You know, Ric Flair is standing by the phone waiting for that phone call. Be like, come on, Paul, give me a call.
Oh my God! They gives them a call. They say Triple H. This Triple H says, you know, Flair, it's time to come back. Bring your rhinestones, and all the responses just, woo! That's it. I'm coming. All right. That's the end of Raw, people. Shugs, Raw rating, please.
I think like a lot of shit went down, so I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
Maybe a 7.5, just for Bo.
James.
8.
Okay, 8. Steve.
I'm going higher. I'm going 9.
Ooh. Oh, Nick.
I'm going with Steve. I'm giving it a 9.
Jeez, 2 9s. That's a long time we've had 9s, man. Jeez. All right, with the Raw feedback, people, I'm just going to read out one because we have not got a lot of time. We've got to still fit in the Smart Talk report and beat the clock. So I'm just going to read out one by the M Cook, Michael Cook. I thought Raw was a fantastic show, even better than last year's show. Wyatts are even more over. Bo Dallas and Adam Rose are coming soon, and Paige is the new Divas champion. I think I marked out for everything on Raw. Paige definitely deserved the Divas title, and you could tell she was genuinely happy about it. Paige clearly loves the wrestling business and doesn't see it as a stepping stone to another career. Loved the main event segment with Triple H team and Bryan and the Shield. I think that they have an 8-man tags match coming up at Extreme Rules. Does Triple H saying this is war suggest a possible War Games match? I hope so. With pay-per-view almost dead in USA for WWE, I think they could do a lot of non-title main event like tag matches at pay-per-view. RIP Ultimate Warrior. Raw rating 10 out of 10. Fucking hell.
Score.
There you go. Alright, people, we're going to go to a quick break, and then we're going to be back with Smackdown 60 Seconds, Sugs Stunners, Smart Talk Report, and Beat the Clock Trivia. Kinny Killa versus Nick Meltzer McGee. Don't you miss it.
Woo-woo! Be sure to listen to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast.
What?
Every Sunday with Kinny Killa and the Galdem Sugar Sugs.
Yes! Yes!
With all the news, views, and laughter that you want.
They like jet airplanes. They like long limousines.
Every Sunday, the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast on Podomatic, iTunes, and YouTube.
So why don't you choke on that, slap nut?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sunday Segue Wrestling Podcast. I am Kinny Killa, and you're here with the Galdem Sugar Shugs, Nick Meltzer McGee, Head of Fan Relations James Powers, Master of Top Rope Elbow Steve Dawson. Right about now, Smackdown in 60 seconds. Roll with it, Shugs.
Alright, Smackdown in 60 seconds. Cesaro against Big Show. Heyman introduces Cesaro, then goes on commentary. Play off the Battle Royale win. Heyman says to Cesaro, take his ear. Then he starts working on Big Show's neck. Swagger comes in, breaks it up, and then Cesaro hits a neutralizer to win. Cena puts over Mania and Raw and all the new stars, but said they have to go through him as he is the standard bearer. Gets interrupted by the Wyatts. Harper says to him to embrace the future. Bray comes again with his right kids and delivers a great promo and then sings. We get Las Matadores against Rybaxel. Rybaxel win. RVD backstage, and he says everything is cool when you're RVD. Then we get RVD against Sandow. Sandow wants a rematch. No more luck for Sandow. 5-star frog splash. Loses. Hogan against Bryan. Hogan and Bryan in the ring. Basically, Bryan says about he's a fan of Hogan. Then they do the Hogan poses, and everyone's happy. Kofi against Bad News Barrett. Quick win for Barrett. He hits the bull hammer into the Trouble in Paradise. It's fucking great. Fandango and Lila versus Santino and Emma. The guys fight. Lila steals the Cobra, and then Fandango gets to roll up for the win. Paige promo. They show her backstage after winning the Divas title, crying and being hugged by all the Divas. And then we get Kane, Orton, and Batista versus the Usos and Daniel Bryan. Match goes to the outside. Then we get the Shield in, and then Kane gets hit with a triple powerbomb. Fade to black.
Fade to black. Okay, people, better watch out. Might get caught with Sugs Stunners.
Jobber of the week. There's only one really competitor for the Jobber of the week. Mr. One Win in 2014, Damien Sandow. Bless Sandow. Move of the week. I'm going to give it to Bad News Barrett.
Okay.
Just for that bull hammer. And rest of the week, I'm going to give it to Bo Dallas. But his promo was the best thing of the whole weekend.
Oh my god, you know what? I can't even argue with that because it's called Sugs Stunners, so it's Sugs ting, man.
Exactly.
Bo Dallas.
Bo.
Bo Dallas takes it down. Alright, people. It is now time for the return of the Smart Talk Report with Nick Meltzer Magee.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of the Smart Talk Report. This is a very short one this month for you, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Jarrett this past week unveiled his new wrestling promotion, happily entitled Global Force Wrestling. That sounds pretty exciting. Look like something you get out of a Cracker Jack box, to tell you the truth. All right. In his press release, I'm going to read a short little bit here. We are going to deliver a multi-platform, innovative brand that will engage fans in ways that have been never experienced. Well, I think the engagement will be the fans will turn off of this bull crap because it's nothing but a recycled version of TNA when it's all said and done. Next, one half of the American Wolves, Davey Richard, recently did an interview with Ring Rust Radio in the Bleacher Report. Even though this prick several times told me via email that he does not do interviews, but obviously he took time and did an interview the day after WrestleMania, the bastard.
Shoot.
He said about his choice of going to WWE, going to TNA over to WWE, he said, and I quote, "I never really wanted to go to WWE. The trials were awesome. I really had fun, but I can't say enough good things. But I really went to trials because of Eddie Edwards. I was not motivated to move down to Orlando and give up being the real person I am, which is Wes. I don't have to be Davey all the time. What the crap are you talking about? You freaking vanilla midget. I don't freaking understand what you're talking about. You're nothing but a dick. According to Bobby Fish from ROH, you're a freaking dick. No one cares about you. Can't cut a freaking promo. Save your life. Don't get me wrong, you're a great wrestler. I'll give you that. You're a former world champion. But quite honestly, I'm glad that the Fed did not sign you to a contract because you're a freaking loser. You're a dick. No one really gave a darn about you and your tag partner when you first won the freaking TNA Tag Team Championship that nobody saw on television till almost 2 months later. So Davey Richards, you can kiss my tail. I really don't care. And that's the end of the Smart Talk Report.
Oh, God, I just love to shoot. Your dick, blood. Oh, God. All right, then, people, it is now time for the return of Beat the Clock Trivia. It is me, Kinny Killa, versus Nick Meltzer McGee. Questions done by James Powers, obviously head of fan relations. So, without further ado, James, take the stage, Cringe Master. Okay, let's do this, man.
Come on, you false.
Wait for my clock to go round.
Come on, bring it. I'm taking you down.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Go.
Yep.
1. Who did Chris Jericho beat to win his first Intercontinental title?
Regal.
No.
Jeez. China.
China, correct. Who is Summer Rae's real name?
Oh, jeez, pass.
Oh.
Pass.
Three storyline general managers of Raw.
Vicky Guerrero, fucking AJ Lee, Mike Adam Lee.
Right, 3, that's good. Who finishing maneuver is the Future Shock?
Oh, Future Shock. Oh my God, I know this. Oh, Future Shock. Is it Drew McIntyre? No, wait a minute.
It is Drew McIntyre.
Oh, yeah.
Lita managed Mick Foley, true or false?
Oh, false.
Correct. What is the only WWE title that Daniel Bryan has never held?
Oh, jeez. The IC title.
Is the IC title correct? Who was the last person fired by Stephanie McMahon?
Oh, jeez. Oh, pass.
Who inducted Jimmy Hart into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Lawler.
Jerry Lawler's correct, that's time.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Kinny.
Okay.
All ready, Mr. Magee?
Yes, I'm ready. Woo! Woo!
3, 2, 1, go. Who did Jeff Hardy defeat to win his first Intercontinental title?
Shit. Pass.
What is Emma's real name?
Pass.
3 storyline general managers of SmackDown.
You said SmackDown, correct?
Yep.
Taylor, Vicky Guerrero, and John Laurinaitis.
Correct. Which wrestler's finishing maneuver is the verdict?
Ooh.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh, crap. Pass.
Trish Stratus managed Chris Jericho, true or false?
True.
That's correct. What is the only title CM Punk has never held?
United States Championship.
That's correct. Who is the last person fired by Triple H?
John Laurinaitis.
Incorrect. No, 1, you 4 seconds. 3, 2.
Oh, shoot. I thought I got
That's
that
time.
straight. Ah!
That's time. Mr. Magee scores 4. He wins.
That's why I stay quiet. That's why I stay quiet. That's why I stay quiet and I do my talking in the ring, sucker. That's why I say, sucker man. That's what I said. That's what I said. I think right about now, I think Nick.
Talk is cheap, man.
Talk is
cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk
I'm
is
just
cheap,
waiting.
man.
I'm waiting for Nick. I'm waiting for Nick to give me the Booker T promo. I'm coming for you. That's what I'm waiting for. But you know, it's
for you, sucker.
You know, hey, listen, you gave me a run for my money. Just go through the questions again, Steve, please. Sorry, James.
Right, yours first, Kinny, what you got wrong. Summer Rae's real name is Danielle Moynihan. And the last person to be sat by Stephanie McMahon was Vicky Guerrero. That's the other 2 you got wrong, right. Nick, who did Jeff Hardy defeat to win his first Intercontinental title? You got right. What is Emma's real name? Tenille Dashwood. Which wrestler's finishing maneuver is the verdict? David Otunga.
Oh, that's it.
And the last person fired by Triple H, The Miz and R-Truth.
Oh shit. They some good questions, man. Jeez, hey, some of them just kind of messed me up a bit. When I heard the Future Shock, I was like, I'm sure it's Drew McIntyre, but I haven't seen it in so long.
I put major effort into them.
Oh, I know, man. Well, you know, guys, that's the end of Beat the Clock, and that is indeed the end of the show. Like I said before, after this, the interview with Gabe Tuft, a.k.a. Tyler Rex, former WWE superstar, will be following the show. So please make sure you look out for that. Yeah, basically can't do this, obviously, without you guys. So thanks to the head of fan relations, James, for coming on to the show.
Very welcome, sir. Anytime.
Make sure you check out James's Wrestling Rambles on YouTube. Also, Steve, Master of Top Rope Elbow, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure to be on.
Nice. And obviously all the way from the States, early in the morning, Michigan, Nick Meltzer McGee.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. I want my rematch.
Don't worry, you will be put into the Beat the Clock trivia tournament, which will be happening.
Where's my title shot?
One more match. One more match. One more match.
Thank you.
So you will be put in, don't worry about that. And obviously I can't do this without the Galdem Sugar Shugs.
It's a pleasure,
Okay, there's not going to be no In the Words of this week just because I want to go out with Ultimate Warrior's theme song. So, yeah, R.I.P. Ultimate Warrior. And guys, we'll see you around the corner. We'll see you next week. And if you don't like that, you can choke on that slap nuts. Woo!